Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Crossrocker teaching. Today, I want to talk to you out of the Gospel of Matthew, Matthew chapter 8. Now, this is some very important scriptures, life-changing, if you will hear what I'm saying. Now, you got to understand that the Bible has layered information. It's layered revelation. It means one thing as you read it, and it's revealing a truth, but it also reveals another truth, but you have to, kind of peel back the word and see what is already there. That's what revelation is the unveiling of truth. Truth is there, but it has to be unveiled. How do you unveil it? Seek ye first the kingdom. If you seek it, you will find the revelation of the kingdom within the word. So I like to use it, the analogy of an onion. Whenever you peel back an onion, the layers, the different layers, the more it affects your eyes. You've peeled an onion and all of a sudden your tears start, pouring, right? Well, that's what revelation does. The more you dig into the word, the more you see, and it affects what you see and how you see. So Matthew chapter 8, we're going to start reading with verse 5. And when Jesus was entered into Capernaum, there came unto him a centurion, beseeching him, and saying, Lord, my servant lie at home, sick of the palsy, and grievously tormented. And Jesus saith unto him, I will come and heal him. The centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that thou shouldest come under my roof, but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. For, or because, I am a man under authority, having soldiers under me. And I say to this man, Go, and he goeth, and to another, Come, and he cometh, and to my servant, Do this, and he doeth it. And when Jesus heard it, he marveled, and said to them that followed, Verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. Now I want to break this down just a little bit and very quickly. We know that this is talking about a specific centurion who had a specific and definite servant that was sick of the palsy, and he needed healing. So Jesus typically would say, okay, well, I'll come to the house and heal him. But the centurion stops right there and says, no, I'm not worthy that you should come under my roof. Why? Because I'm a person under authority. And I understand what I tell my servant, he does. And when I tell him to go left, he goes left, to go right, he goes right. But Jesus saw something different. He saw what the man was really saying. You have to understand that this man deals with his own situations. He is a centurion that has to take orders from Caesar. And some of these orders probably aren't that great. They probably have some injustice to him. He might have to witness people getting whipped. He might have to whip people himself. He might have to witness people being executed, following the rules of Caesar. Anybody that breaks those rules. So his carnal man probably doesn't like doing that. He doesn't like to see the carnage and the death and all of that. So he's coming to grips with the way he's been trained to operate. His body does what his mind, which Caesar represented at that time, was his mindset. His body can only do what his mindset tells him. So the centurion is saying, look, I don't want you to come under my roof the same way Caesar would come under my roof. He said, what I want you to do is to help me change the way I think. It's not about your physical location. He said, because my servant is not an actual man. I mean, it could have been, but the man was there dealing with his own situation, his own thinking. He wanted to change the way he thought. And he knew the only way he could change the way he thought and what his body would do, which was his real servant. He said, I have a servant, it's called my body, and when I tell it to do something, it does it. When I tell it to go left, it goes left, because the brain teaches and trains the body, and the body teaches and trains the brain and the mind to do these specific things. He said, so I have a servant, my body, that does whatever I say. I just need it to have different instructions, because I want my body to do different things. I want my body to do the right thing. So you give me the word. Give me your words which produce images to help me communicate to my body what it needs to do so I can walk in righteousness instead of unrighteousness. I want stronger, more holy commands, and I've come to you as a man who understands how authority works. So if you give me a word, I will submit to your word, and my body will do your word, and that's the gospel. And Jesus saw that. And when he saw that the man recognized what the gospel was, he commended him for his faith. The man was trying to lay hold on an eternal life that was in words. And he said, you give me the word, I'll have the life. You say it, I believe it, that will settle the issue. In my body, I will train it through that system to do only what you say. That's the gospel. If mankind wants to get out of the situations that he's in, he's going to have to get a different word. And the word that we need to renew our mind to so we can get our body in line is the word of life, not the word of death. We've been trained in death. That's why we die. We need words of life so that we can change the way we think, and our body will be conditioned differently through that new way of thought. So I want you to think about it. What messages are you appealing to? Messages of death or messages of life and life more abundantly right here, right now in you? If you're not thinking that, I'm advising you and counseling you and encouraging you to change the way you think and take the word that I'm saying and apply it to your life. Well, I sure hope you got something out of today's message. Until we meet again, I'm Adam King. God bless you. Bye-bye.